Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here to look at some more Wilds of Eldraine in the Collector Booster Box form. So this box right here actually belongs to a channel viewer named Alan. Alan, thank you very much for allowing me the privilege to open this up, analyze all the cards, and share the information with the community. So today we're going to crack this thing open. We're going to run the full MTG Box Analysis, and then we're going to do a limited collector box comparison. So hopefully we can find a ton of goodness in these packs for Alan, and we can send him back a profit. All right, fantastic. Now, of course, as we do, there is a smush pack right off the top. All right, so now that just appears to be the wrapper. It's, I don't think, going to be a big deal, but we're going to crack this one open first. And if there is any damage, right, we'll go through the Wizard of the Coast replacement process. So here we go, pack number one. I'm going to take my time a little bit, again, because these are not my cards. So if I bend the corner on something, I may or may not be able to replace it. All right, so we start off, as we always do, with a food token, and we're going to see a treasure on the other side. And then we are going to see, right off rip, an aggravated assault confetti foil. This is a fantastic hit. It's valued around $27. So Alan, you said you wanted a confetti foil. I think we're done. The rest of the box is mine, right? All right, awesome. That is fantastic. All right, then we're going to see ourselves a Waste Not, followed by Italian the Kindly Lord, Mythic coming in. Then we're going to see ourselves a Loam Crafter Fawn from the Commander subset, followed by a foil Gruff Triplets. Then we're going to see a Grasp of Fate with a Raid Bombardment, followed by a foil Mountain. Then we're going to see the Red Tooth Vanguard, followed by Corval and the Noble Thief with a Succumb to the Cold. Then we're going to see ourselves a Rat Out, followed by a Beanstalk Worm, a Leaping Ambush, and a Balloonist Gatekeeper in the back. All right, well, so much for the damage pack. Here's another bent pack. Maybe this will have another confetti foil. You never know. I have opened up boxes that had nothing but signed art cards inside of set booster packs, so who's to say they couldn't put 12 confetti foils in a collector box? All right, so this one kicks off with an Elemental and Food token, along with a Hornlock Whale coming in Showcase. And then we're going to see ourselves a Land Tax coming in from the Enchanting Tales subset. The very nice Mythic there, holds some value for us. Then we're going to see a Cruel Somophage, followed by an Unfinished Business coming in from Commander. And then we're going to see Imodane the Pyrohammer coming in as our main set rare with a Dragon Mantle. Then we're going to see a Dark Tutelage. Then we're going to see ourselves a Plains, followed by a Twisted Fealty, Imodane's Recruiter. Then we've got Neva Stalked by Nightmares, Troublemaker Oof with a Kindled Heroism. Then we've got a Candy Grapple and a Red Tooth Genealogist. Awesome. All right, so sliding into pack number 3 here. In case you weren't aware, the most valuable confetti foil that we can pull is the Rhystic Study. That's currently valued at $380. Next up is the Smothering Tide at $233. Now, since we got that in the first pack, first card, there is a chance we could see a second one. All right, so we are going to see a Beast token followed by a really big hit. We're going to see the Moonshaker Cavalry coming in extended art. This is valued at $22 in non-foil, but this is the foil version, so awesome. Then we've got ourselves a Copy Enchantment, followed by a Mosswood Dread Knight, and then we're going to see a Rotisserie Elemental and a Devouring Sugar Maw. Then we've got ourselves a Stab Wound, followed by a Griffin Airy. Then we're going to see ourselves a Foil Island with a Johan Apprentice Sorcerer. Then we're going to see a Boundary Lands Ranger with a Dutiful Griffin, and Rowan's Grim Search, an Edgewall Pack, Bespoke Battle Garb, and we're going to see Return from the Wilds coming in as our last card there. All right, so fantastic. So 3 packs, 3 Mythics, and a confetti foil. This is turning out to be a really good box here. Let's see if we can't get Alan either a Beseech the Mirror or the Agatha's Soul Cauldron. All right, so we've got ourselves food here, followed by a bird. And then we're going to see Sir Ginger the Meal Ender, aka Dessert. Then we're going to see Dawn of Hope. Then we're going to see a Restless Bivouac coming in as a rare land. Then we're going to see Court of Vantress coming in from the Commander subset, value just over $1. And then we've got an Expel the Interlopers with a Spreading Seas. another Spreading Seas with a Swamp. And then we got Ashiok's Reaper, followed by a Stone Splitter's Bolt. Then we've got a Picnic Ruiner, a Witch's Mark. Then we got a Sky Beast Tracker, and a Bria's Attendants with Grand Ball Guest in the back. All right, so no Mythic in that particular pack. I guess they can't all have Mythics, but that's okay. As long as we can see some really good value out of the box overall, I think Alan's going to be happy, and who knows, maybe he'll sponsor another box. All right, so we've got ourselves a Rat token, followed by a Sleep Cursed Fairy in extended art. And then we are going to see an Anime Polluted Bonds. This is non-confetti foil, but this is the second anime of the box. Then we are going to see a Heartflame Duelist with Lord Skitter's Blessing. And we're going to see a Sentinel of Lost Lore with an Intangible Virtue, a Stab Wound, followed by a Mountain. Then we've got an Archive Dragon with an Embereth Veteran, an Edgewall Inn, Slumbering Keepguard. Then we're going to see ourselves some Spider Food with a Warehouse Tabby and a Merry Bards in the back. All right. Moving into pack number 6 here. All right, so we've got Food Plus an Elemental, and then we're going to see ourselves a Primal Vigor coming in from the Enchanting Tale subset, followed by a Leyline of Lightning. And then we've got Rowan, Scion of War, another Mythic. Unfortunately, Rowan valued under $3. And then we're going to see the Iron Crag coming in extended art with Restless Bivouac. Then we've got Garruk's Uprising, followed by Garruk's Uprising Part 2. Then we got Forest, Splashy Spellcaster, Twisted Sewer Witch with a Fairy Dream Thief, Water Wings, a Charmed Clothier, then a Scarecrow Guide, and a Shatter the Oath in the back. All right, so that takes us to the halfway point of this box. So far, we've got 4 Mythics, 1 Anime Borderless, and 1 Confetti Foil. All right, so we are going to see another rat with a Food Fight. Then we've got ourselves an Omniscience coming in from the main Enchanting Tales subset. Omniscience is going to hold some value, just over $6 right now. Nice Mythic hit there. Then we've got ourselves a Restless Fortress and Borderless with a Songbird's Blessing from Commander. And then we're going to see a Spectre of Mortality from the main set, followed by a Knightly Valor, a Compulsion. Then we're going to see the Island with Ash Party Crasher, the Princess Takes Flight, the Witch's Vanity. Then we're going to see Savior of the Sleeping with a Borrow Naughty, Break the Spell, and a Harried Spearguard. So unfortunately, there's only 1 uncommon in the set that is now valued over $1. The rest have fallen below $1, and that's going to be the Up the Beanstalk, which is I think around $1.80 or so in non-foil. So hopefully we can pick up one of those for Alan. All right, so we've got ourselves Food and Treasure with the Elusive Otter, followed by a Leyline of Abundance. And then we're going to see ourselves the Hornlock Whale in Showcase with a Court of Ardenvale coming in. And then we're going to see the Phosbane Troll as our main set rare with a Ground Seal, another Ground Seal. Wow, double the double on all of those. Then we got ourselves a Plains, followed by a Frolicking Familiar, Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge. Then we're going to see ourselves a Monstrous Rage, followed by Gnawing Crescendo with an Archon's Glory, Ferocious Werefox, and then we're going to see a Quick Study. All right, so we are down to 4 collector booster packs. Really hope we get to see some more Mythics and some more value for Alan. He and I have already talked about potentially doing something close to Halloween from a collaboration perspective. So we've got ourselves Food, and a Beast. Nothing special there. Then we got ourselves the Sanguine Bond coming in from the Enchanting Tales with a Blind Obedience. And then we're going to see the Gumdrop Poisoner, followed by Lich Knight's Conquest. And then we're going to see the Restless Bivouac, followed by Utopia Sprawl. And then we're going to see the Knightly Valor. At least there wasn't duplication there. Then we got the Forest with the Soul Guide Lantern, a Collector's Vault. Then we're going to see a Blister Chill, followed by a Frostbridge Guard, and a Protect the Parents with a Titanic Growth and a Ratcheter Trainee. All right, so that was not the best pack there. I've had a couple of dud packs in this particular box. Come on. Be something good. All right, so we've got ourselves food with a treasure. And then we are going to see Hilda of the Icy Crown coming in as a mythic foil extended art. Very nice. Then we've got ourselves a Shared Animosity with a Bramble Familiar. Then we're going to see Galwin Casting Director coming in from Commander. Technically a mythic, just valued right around $1. And then we're going to see ourselves a Charming Scoundrel, followed by a Compulsion with a Dragon Mantle. And then we're going to see ourselves a Full Art Plains with a Tattered Ratter, Taken by Nightmares, Gadwick's First Duel, and then we're going to see ourselves the Spell Stutter with a Moment of Valor, Torch the Tower, and a Mocking Sprite in the back. All right, 2 packs remaining. And then we'll jump into the full MTG box analysis. And if you're interested in, sponsoring a box of cards on the channel, I don't charge a premium for it. Just drop me an email at mtgboxanalysis@gmail.com. Let's have a chat. Either I can procure the box or you can ship it to me, just like Alan did. I'll sleeve up all the cards just for the ability to open the box on the channel. And I'll provide you early access to the analysis. And a partridge in a pear tree. All right, so we're going to see ourselves a Knight token here with a Leyline of the Void. This is the most valuable Leyline. And we're going to see 2 of them. And then we're going to see ourselves the Virtue of Strength coming in Showcase. Virtue of Persistence is the most valuable, but Virtue of Strength is pretty close to $5. And then we're going to see ourselves the Spellbook Vendor, seeing a lot of play with this card. And then we're going to see ourselves a Virtue of Loyalty, valued over $10. Very nice. So double mythic pack there. Congratulations, Alan. Then we've got Impact Tremors, followed by the Intangible Virtue. Then we're going to see ourselves a Mountain with Ruby Daring Tracker. Then we've got a Knight of Doves with a Picklock Prankster, followed by an Ice Out. Then we've got the Hopeless Nightmare and a Tunavale Guide, followed by a Bastille Bloodline. All right, so final collector booster pack. Let's open up this one the old way. Or not. These can be a little tricky. There we go. Just try and get all that drama and suspense in there. All right, so we got some food. That's going to have a rat behind it with Lord Skitter's Blessing coming in extended art rare, followed by a Kindred Discovery in anime. Very cool to see this. So we got ourselves 3 anime cards, 1 confetti and 2 just in borderless non-foil, but Kindred Discovery is valued over $5. And we're going to follow that up with a Restless Cottage, one of my favorite pieces of art from the set. And then we've got a Rankle's Prink, followed by a Sir Ginger the Meal Ender. And then we're going to see ourselves a Curiosity, followed by a Utopia Sprawl, a Swamp, Gallant Pie Wielder. Then we're going to see ourselves Dream Spoilers, followed by Tenacious Tome Seeker with an Unassuming Sage. Then we're going to get Feed the Cauldron with a Bellowing Bruiser and a Sleight of Hand coming in the back. All right, so I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. We'll begin the analysis by looking at all of the cards that we pulled from the 12 collector booster packs. Then we'll step into how much of the main set and the Enchanting Tales subset we covered by non-foil and foil, along with a breakdown of coverage by rarity and a look at box duplication. Following this, we'll establish a baseline for value with a look at the current value of the sets before moving into a recap of the actual observed value. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 160 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level to download the analysis. Let's start the analysis with a review of the box contents in relation to the cards that we had the potential to acquire. Utilizing this chart, we can differentiate the cards available to us from the primary Wilds of Eldraine set depicted in gray from the actual foils we saw in orange and the non-foils we saw in green. In the realm of the non-foils, it's important to note that collector booster packs are limited to just Showcase, Borderless, and Extended Art cards. In today's box, we saw 7 non-foil Showcase cards, 5 Borderless cards, and 6 Extended Art cards. Turning our attention to the foils, we observed between 13 and 22 cards for each of the primary colors of Magic, and additionally, this box included 2 foil showcase and 6 foil extended art cards. From the Enchanting Tales subset, we saw between 4 and 6 non-foils for each of the colors of Magic, and between 2 and 4 foils for each of the colors. We also saw 2 non-foil anime borderless cards, but none in foil. And if you watch the box opening, you know that Pack 1, Card 1 contained one of the 20 confetti foil anime borderless chase cards. Moving into coverage, from the main Wilds of Eldraine set, we saw 18 unique non-foils out of a possible 83 cards. This gave us 22% coverage of the cards that we were eligible to see. Breaking it down, we saw 35% of the showcase, 45% of the borderless, and 12% of the extended art cards. In the foil space, we ended up seeing 109 unique foils out of a possible 349 cards, giving us 31% coverage of the main set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in red with nearly 50% coverage. Moving into the Enchanting Tales subset, we ended up seeing 25 of the 83 cards in non-foil for 30% coverage. And in the foil space, we saw 15 unique cards for 18% coverage. And because we saw one of the 20 confetti foils, we saw 5% of the subset. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 15 of the 62 main set rares that we were eligible to see in non-foil for 24% coverage. We also saw 3 of the 21 mythics for 14% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 48% of the commons, 45% of the uncommons, as well as 17 of the 122 rares for 14% coverage, and 3 of the 41 mythics, good enough for 7% coverage. In the Enchanting Tales subset, we saw 67% of the uncommons in non-foil, along with 10 of the 35 rares for 29% coverage, and 3 of the mythics for 10% coverage. In the foil space, we again saw 67% of the uncommons and 3 of the 35 rares for 9% coverage. In total, we ended up seeing 50 rares and 10 mythics within these 12 packs when we include the 5 rares and 1 mythic from the Commander subset. From a duplication standpoint, the only duplication that we saw in this box was from the Full Art Basic Land category, and since there's only 5 of them available in the set and 12 packs, duplication is always going to happen in a collector booster box. In today's box, we ended up seeing 4 of the lands repeated 7 times, giving this box a duplication rate of 5%. Now, before we get into the value of today's collector booster box, let's first check in on how the set is performing. This chart shows all 349 cards that you can pull out of the main Wilds of Eldraine set from a collector booster pack. Currently, the set features 10 cards valued over $10, and 5 of these are valued over $20, with Agatha's Soul Cauldron in extended art demanding $52.38 in market value. The main set also features 8 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 47 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 284 cards in the set are currently valued less than $1. And here's a look at the current market value of the Enchanting Tales subset. Currently, the subset features 39 cards valued over $10. This includes all 20 of the hard-to-pull confetti foils, 12 of the 20 anime borderless cards, and 7 cards from the main set. The subset also contains 8 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 21 cards valued between $1 and $5. The other 35 cards within the subset currently have a value less than $1 each. Now let's take a look at how the two sets have been performing since release. This chart shows the total market value of the 374 cards from the main set and the 103 cards from the Enchanting Tales subset. On release day, the 374 cards in the main set had a total market value of $364.29, and today those same cards are valued at $454.71. That's an increase of $91.42, or 25% of the starting set value. The 63 core cards from the Enchanting Tales subset started out at $216.94 and are now up $41.70 to $258.64. The 20 anime borderless cards from the Enchanting Tales subset started out at $370.28 and are now up just a bit to $387.02. Finally, the 20 confetti foils started at an amazing $2,128.21. Currently, those things have stabilized 21% off of their release prices at a total market value of $1,687.07 for the full set. So what kind of value did we end up seeing today? Well, from the main set, in the non-foil space, we only saw 1 card valued over $5, and it was the Talion, the Kindly Lord, valued at $7.47. We did see 6 cards in the $1 to $5 range, but the other 11 non-foils that we picked up are valued less than $1. In the traditional foil space, this box performed much better with three big hits. We saw the Virtue of Loyalty, valued at $11.03, Hilda of the Icy Crown, valued at $13.06, and one of the top five cards, the Moonshaker Cavalry in Extended Art, valued at $33.56. We didn't see any cards valued between $5 and $10, but we did see five foils in the $1 to $5 range. The other 108 main set foils that we saw are currently valued less than $1. Within the Enchanting Tales subset, we saw three more big hits. We saw the land tax from the main set, currently valued at $11.03. We saw the anime borderless Kindred Discovery, valued at $13.06. And of course, we saw the confetti foil Aggravated Assault, currently valued at $27.61. We also saw one card in the $5 to $10 range and four cards in the $1 to $5 range. The remaining 17 non-foils from the subset are currently valued less than $1 each. Now, in the foil space, we nearly struck out, only seeing two cards in the $5 to $10 range and one card in the $1 to $5 range. The other 12 foils that we saw from the subset are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, a very kind viewer of the channel, Alan F., donated this box to the channel for cracking and analysis. The market price for these boxes as of October 3rd, 2023 was $198.47. The Wilds of Eldraine Collector Booster Box does contain 12 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing you to see 180 cards plus tokens. Now, the 6 Commander cards that we saw in today's box have a total market value of $8.06. The 40 cards from the Enchanting Tales subset have a total value of $88.10. From the main set, the 12 tokens that we saw are valued at $5.60. The 12 full art basic lands are valued at $7.50. The 48 commons came up to be $3.94 in market value, and the 36 uncommons that we saw are valued at $5.11. The 32 rares have a current market value of $26.48, and the 6 main set mythics are valued at $71.18. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $216.10 in card market value, which is a gain of $17.63 over the market price of the box. That means that it returned 109% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 19 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $160.82, which means that those 19 cards represent 74% of the total box value. Thanks again, Alan, for loaning me this box to crack open on the channel and share the details with the community. All the cards are headed your way. If you want me to crack open something for you, drop me an email at mtgboxanalysis@gmail.com and we'll talk. So far on the channel, I've opened up 5 collector boxes. Let's compare how these boxes stack up and what you're likely to expect from a box of your own. From a coverage perspective, these 5 boxes have produced about 23% of the main set non-foils that you're eligible to see. Each box has included exactly 109 main set foils, which is 32% of the 344 available cards. From the Enchanting Tales subset, the boxes have contained 24 non-foils, or about 29%, and 16 foils, unless, of course, there's a confetti foil, then we've only seen 15 main set foils. From the Commander subset, we saw between 3 and 5 non-foils and 1 to 2 foils per box. And here's a breakdown of the number of cards by rarity and set for each of the boxes. Because of the slotting, every single box will contain 48 main set common foils, 36 main set uncommon foils, 12 Enchanting Tales uncommons in both foil and non-foil. While all boxes will contain a combined 60 rares and mythics, differentiation will be present in the counts of the rares and mythics. The least number of rares that we've seen is 49, and the least amount of mythics that we've seen in any of these boxes is 9. Finally, let's review the value of the boxes by card rarity. I've adjusted all of the values of the previous openings to today's market values, so we are doing a true apples-to-apples comparison. In these 5 boxes, the highest value among the common cards came in Box 3 with $5.82. In Box 1, we saw the highest amount of uncommon value with $9.17. Box 3 again saw the most value in the rare slot with $28.78, and Box 1 saw the most main set mythic value with $94.60. From the Enchanting Tales subset, Box 1 also saw the most value in the uncommon slot with $4.49 in total value, and today's box saw the most value in the rare slot with $52.22 in value. Box 2 saw the most mythic value with $90.62, which was just a hair over Box 3. Now, from the Commander subset, Box 2 saw the most value with $14.10, and Box 3 saw the most value in the Mythic slot with $3.83. Of the 5 boxes, Box 2 ended up producing the most value with $256.27 in card value, but all of the boxes except for one produced more than $200 in card value. I'm not sure what was up with Box 4. I hope you've enjoyed this 5 collector box comparison. If you did, throw me a thumbs up and drop me a comment. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people. All by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.